What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be talking about toolboxes over tools.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me.
Okay, so I get this question asked a shit ton of times, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions. Now again, guys, these are only my thoughts, my opinions. You don't got to read my ass out in the comments. You can if you want. I don't give a shit. It's up to you guys. But listen, check it out. Should you buy a $10, $20, $30,000 toolbox before you have tools? My opinion, no, absolutely not. Do you know the amount of tools you can get for $10,000? Doesn't all have to be Snap-on. If we're talking Snap-on, you're not going to get very much. Okay? But I see these guys going out here spending thousands of dollars on toolboxes, and then you open the drawers and they got like fucking Fisher-Price starter sets. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Now guys, I get it. Toolboxes are nice. They look sharp. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I got a Snap-on box, this and that. Listen, the box isn't going to fix the cars, fellas. It's not going to happen. The box is not going to fix the cars. Now, a lot of you guys might know I have a Husky box, alright? And I added on to it. You know, it wasn't meant to be. I bolted different cabinets to my box, and I have a pretty large Husky box I got from Home Depot. I have $600 total invested into my box, okay? And it's, at the moment, it's currently slammed full with tools, alright? Now, if I bought the same size box in another brand such as MACK, Snap-on, it would probably be about a $10,000, $15,000 box. Okay, that I don't need it. What do I need that for? I need it to hold my tools. That's it. Hold my tools. It's got a lock. It locks. That's that. Now, that being said, I'm not downing anyone that has done this or spent this money. My thing is, if you're new and you come into the business and you have no tools and you have no box, well, maybe you should be a little smarter and purchase tools and get a box that meets your needs. You know what I mean? If you're just starting off, you don't need a $20,000 epic box. You know what I mean? You don't need it. You just can't justify the need. All right? That's the beauty about these boxes. All right? You can build up and trade in as you need them if you do want to go that route. Me personally, I will probably never own a Snap-on box unless I buy it used and get a phenomenal deal on it. I'm okay with what I have. I can still keep throwing shit on what I have. Now, that being said, if you did want to get a big, nice box, then I'd say your best bet is to go with an extreme box. Those have been proven. The quality is proven in those boxes. They're massive. They're equal size to the Epic box. And you can get a top and bottom for $4,000. Now that's either a regular top or a hutch top. $4,000 for both. You can't get a bottom Epic for that. In fact, you can get 2 of those boxes for the cost of a brand new bottom Epic. Again, fellas, this is just my opinion. Take that money, invest it into the tools you need. Okay? Imagine, you can get a scanner and a whole bunch of tools. Diagnostic equipment and a whole bunch of tools. Diagnostic equipment is far more useful and important than a toolbox. Alright. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, we watched Bill's Toolbox tour and he's got, you know, an epic toolbox and all these tools and stuff. Bill is a unique individual when it comes to this because Bill only has to worry about Bill. Okay, Bill, turning wrenches is his passion. He eats, sleeps, and breathes this shit. He's always the first person at work and always the last person to leave. It's what he does. It's all he does. Alright? And I always told Bill he's doing it the right way. He wanted a Snap-on box. He wants the Snap-on tools. But he can do that. He has made it so that he can do that and he can afford it and still pay all of his bills and have extra money for leisure time and food and all this stuff. I see some of these guys out here, man. they're flipping their pockets inside out to pay the Snap-on man, you know, like, or to pay the Matco man or whatever. Like, if you're struggling and you don't have the means to flip $100 a week payment, don't do it. Don't put yourself and your family through the stress of having these super high tool bills and you're worrying about your rent getting paid. Alright? It doesn't make any sense, and it's just not worth it. Again, this is more going towards the people that have families and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You're going to put financial stress on your family and stuff because you want a nice toolbox, you know, and a lot of you guys want the toolbox because you think it says something. Alright? Toolbox doesn't make you a better technician. Hell, the tools don't make you a better technician. Alright? They'll make you perform your job a little bit better, which I guess in a sense will make you a better technician. You know, you can't have tools breaking all the time. But my point is just very, very simple. You know, you gotta be smart about the purchases you make in this business. We all know no one's gonna get rich in this business unless you own your own business. If you don't own your own business, you know, like, you're just not gonna make a shit ton of money. You know, you have to find other means. You know, like, I do side work, I do YouTube, I have my job, I do the vinyl graphics. You know, I have all different sorts of income. So I make ends meet where I have to. But even though I can go and get an expensive box, I don't go and get one. I've thought about it many times, and if I do go that route, I'm probably going to get an extreme box. Now, just think about it. I mean, literally take a second and think about it. If you're planning on getting a toolbox in the next week or two, just think about, even if you're going on Snap-on, alright, say, alright, well, they just allotted me $20,000 for a box. Just step back and think about it for a second. Even on Snap-on, $20,000, it's not a lot for Snap-on, but why don't you take that money and get the tools you need, things you need, okay? Because you can't put sockets on that toolbox and take a fastener out, okay? That toolbox doesn't magically transform from a toolbox to a wrench, you know, it doesn't happen. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm beating a dead horse because I'm asked this so frequently, but this is, again, my 2 cents. You have to get the basics. Get the basics. Build the foundation, okay? And then if you're doing side jobs and stuff, build the clientele, you know, or you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, all right? Joel, prime example. He didn't have a fancy epic box or any of this until he started YouTube. Do you know why? Because Joel said it from the door. He's going to let YouTube pay his tool bill. When YouTube pays his tool bill, he's going to get a bigger, better box. What did Joel do? Joel finally got to the point in his YouTube career, I guess you can call it, and was able to get that box knowing YouTube would pay for it. You know, and he didn't get it right away because I know Joel was making enough long before he bought the box to get it. But you want to make sure the longevity is there. You want to make sure you keep hitting those marks and making that amount of money each month, because we all know as YouTubers it fluctuates up and down. You know, some people will say it doesn't, but it does fluctuate. And so he did it the right way. Now if you do something like that and then you find a way to make extra money each month and it's guaranteed so that you can afford that payment and that's something you want, well then by all means you earned it. But if you only have one income and that's turning wrenches, you've got no business buying a toolbox that's $10, $20, $30,000. You know, just you can get, I mean, that's a car, fellas. That's a car. If your toolbox is nicer than your car, then your priorities are fucked. Alright? Straight up. Your priorities are fucked. You need to be smart. You need to step back. You need to think about your family and evaluate what's going on in your life before you spend this kind of money on a toolbox. This is just common sense, alright? Now, I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do, nothing like that. Just take this for what it's worth, take it as advice, take it as constructive criticism, take it as me being an asshole. That's what it takes. You guys need to be smart. with your purchases on these tool trucks, because these tool trucks, before you know it, you're so spun around in these payments, you're trying to find ways to make these payments. Alright? It's so easy to get caught up. Those trucks that come, they're like crack, man. You see that truck and you're like, oh, gotta have this, gotta have that. You probably don't have to have it. You know, you probably don't. You know, I'll never forget, I spent 15 bucks on a tool at a car show with Bill, and Bill said, you don't need it, don't get it. You don't need it, you're never gonna use it. I said, yeah, I will. And it was it was a ball joint tool or something, but I already had something like it. He's like, you don't need it, don't get it. And I got it, and guess what? It doesn't have a speck of dirt or dust on it because I didn't need it. He was right, I should have listened. You know what I mean? So from now on, I'm going to take that into consideration when people tell me something like that. You know, sometimes that extra voice in your ear might help you make the right decision. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish with this video. So guys, remember, if you're thinking about getting it, don't get it unless you are financially capable of doing so. Just a quick, simple video with a little bit of advice. That's all it is, fellas. Take it for what it's worth. I hope this helps some of you guys. I hope you guys do the right thing. I hope you guys don't get so wrapped up in these payments that you're paying more for your payment than you are your car payment, than you are your rent or your mortgage. You know, it's easy to do. Just remember that. It's very easy to do. And it can and it will stress you out. And I'm sure a lot of these other YouTubers can vouch for me that in the past, such as myself, I've done it too. I've gotten so wrapped up and I was like, man, how the fuck did I do this? You know? And getting RAs up high because they'll let you get it high, and then this and that. And then you got to work them back down, you know. I'm done with tools for a while, fellas. I might get a socket or a wrench here and there, but my purchase will never exceed my payment anymore until my accounts are completely wiped out. And I don't have very much. I don't. I think right now, me personally, I'm $2,000, oh no, $3,000 in the hole with tools. And that won't take very long to pay off. You know, 6 months I'll have that all paid off. But again, guys, just a little piece of advice. Take it for what it's worth. I hope this video helps some of you guys, and that's that. Until next time, fellas, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching, and if you haven't, go check out my Christmas video. Hey, it's a little clickbaity, I'm sorry, but that's my first video where I put a lot of time and effort into it just to see how it would work, and I'm going to start implementing those little features and quirks in future videos. So tell me what you think. I'd like your feedback, and again, leave your feedback for this video too. If you think I'm a complete and utter idiot and I'm making absolutely no sense, well, go ahead and tell me so. I'm fine with it. You want to throw a thumbs down, throw a thumbs down. I don't care. But yeah, that's it, guys. See you in the next video.